Hello, my name's Katie. I'm one of the Macmillan dietitians that works at the Royal Shrewsbury and Princess Royal Hospitals. Dietitians are experts at assessing and treating a wide range of nutritional issues that can develop as a result of cancer or its treatment. So today I'm going to be talking about why nutrition is important for people affected by cancer and some things that you can do for yourself. And we're going to look at some common eating barriers, and we're also going to do a bit of myth busting. So everyone's nutritional needs are different. Generally we all follow the Eat Well guide plate, but we may need to do different things if you're having problems gaining weight, losing weight, and we're going to talk about that today. So nutrition's important, as there's good evidence that a healthy lifestyle will help improve your nutritional status, reduce your side effects of treatment, and improve your survival. So for most people, a daily balanced diet includes fruit and vegetables, lots of fruit and vegetables, so aiming for your 5 a day. So this can be tinned, it can be frozen, it can be fresh, it can be dried. It's just making sure that you get a variety in a rainbow of colours is what we like to say, as you can see here. So it's important to eat plenty of starchy carbohydrates, so things like your cereals, like your Weetabix and your porridge. You've got your breads, your pastas, your couscous, your crackers, your potatoes. And these foods are important because carbohydrate is the body's main source of fuel. So it's also important to include protein-rich foods, and ideally you should have these at 2 meals a day. So this is things like your eggs, your chicken, your meat, your pulses, so things like lentils and beans, and also your vegetarian products like your corn and your tofu would come into here. So if you can aim for 2 to 3 portions of dairy foods a day, so things like your milk, your cheese and your yogurts, and this does also include your dairy-free alternatives, just to make sure that you're getting enough calcium. So it's important to only include a small amount of foods that are high in fat and sugar, so things like your fizzy drinks, your processed meats, your biscuits, your cakes and your crisps. And as you can see, they are a very small section within the plate itself. Unless of course you're losing weight or underweight, in which case we use these foods to give you a little bit more energy, and this would normally be in line with a dietitian. So it's also looking at the oils and spreads that you use within the cooking. So you want to try and aim for the olive-based spreads, the rapeseed oils and things, and look at not frying so much and grilling foods, just so that you're not absorbing all the fat. It's also important that you stay hydrated, so it's looking at having water, squashes, tea and coffee's fine, try and aim for the decaffeinated version, and it's looking at around 2 litres a day. So this bottle here is 500 ml, so you'd be looking to have 4 of these a day. So during and after treatment for cancer, many people experience eating problems. These problems can contribute to both weight gain and unplanned weight loss. So it's important to try and maintain a healthy body weight through your treatment. If you're overweight and trying to lose weight, it's important to still make sure you get all your nutrients. The Eating Problems and Cancer Macmillan booklet provides practical ways to manage common eating problems such as your sore mouth, your taste changes, poor appetite and nausea. If eating problems cause you to unintentionally lose weight, you're at risk of becoming malnourished. You can find advice in the Building Up diet and recipe booklets available from Macmillan that can help you to stop losing weight. So there's also a booklet for managing weight gain after cancer treatment for those people it may be appropriate for. The dietary advice includes making changes to everyday foods that you already have in the cupboard, using foods that are high in calories and protein. We also recommend that you can try some of the powdered nutritional supplement drinks that are available from pharmacies and supermarkets. So you've got the soup variety and the milkshake variety, and these are really easy and really quick to make up, and I'm going to show you how we do that just now. So all you need is the sachet. It's got a nice easy tear thing, so you don't even need scissors. 200 ml of milk in a shaker that you can get easily from the supermarket. You pour the sachet in. Don't forget this, it'll go everywhere. Make sure it's on firmly. A quick shake. and it's ready to go, and it keeps in the fridge for 24 hours so you can keep going back to it. And as you can see, it's the consistency of milk, so it's often a lot better tolerated than some of the ready-made ones. So now I'm going to do some myth busting. So one of the myths is that sugar feeds cancer. So all cells in the body rely on glucose, which is the sweet stuff that we know as sugar for energy. And all sugars we eat, so this is from fizzy drinks to bread to pasta to rice, they all break down in the body to a small molecule, and this is converted into the energy. So this myth comes from the fact that cancer, like other cells, needs the sugar to grow, and in fact this myth is wrong. So firstly, the production of cancer cells is very complex, and by starving them of this sugar doesn't mean they just shut down and die. If we stop eating sugar, they look for other sources. So they'll look to the sources of protein and to the sources of fat that make the energy, and your cancer cells are no different. And this can lead to loss of muscle wasting, malnutrition, and a reduced immune system. So sugar can therefore be a very useful source of energy for those patients who are struggling to eat. So the myth that processed and red meats cause cancer, it isn't exactly a myth. Researchers have found that there is a link, a definite link, between long-term meat consumption of processed red meats and cancer. So this is meats like your bacon and your sausages, and that there's a probable link between your red meats such as your pork, your lamb and your beef. So red meat is a good source of nutrients, but we don't need to eat it every day. Generally, we should aim for no more than 3 portions a week, and that's around 350 to 500 grams of cooked weight. So the current advice is, if you have lots of these products in your diet, to try and reduce them down to help prevent the risk of bowel cancer. So it's switching them to things like white meat, fish and non-protein products, and having that bacon sandwich in moderation. So eating smaller portions, about the size of a deck of cards, means that you can eat red meat more often. And what you can do is you can add lentils, pulses, beans to your red meat to make it go further. And you can use it in things like chilies and pasta sauces. So not only will it lower your calories, it'll also count to 1 of your 5 a day. So you can also swap your beef mince for turkey or Quorn mince. So this is lower in fat, so not only will you reduce the calories, but you'll also reduce your red meat intake. So there's no such thing as a superfood. It's a very expensive and clever marketing term. Eating a diet of everyday foods will make sure that you get all the nutrition you need. So it's okay to put down the goji berries and just have an apple. So the truth is, there is no special diet or lifestyle change out there that will cure your cancer, regardless of what bloggers, celebrities or these internet ordained doctors will tell you. So research is constantly evolving, and although one day we do hope we'll have the answers, the advice right now is to eat a healthy, balanced diet. So it might be that you do need a little bit more help to manage your eating and drinking, and if that is the case, then please do talk to one of your healthcare professionals who can refer you to your local dietitian. So eat little and often. You might find it's better to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. You can have something like a Weetabix with the full cream milk for your breakfast. Sort of mid-morning you can aim for a few slices of toast if you're able to. And we're looking at snacks in between, so things like a cup of milk and some biscuits or a yoghurt, or cheese and crackers. These are really good snacks to have. Ideally, it's really helpful if you can have a main meal in the day, and as you can see here, we've got your protein, which is your salmon, you've got your carbohydrate as your potatoes, and you've got your peas as your vegetables. If that's really a struggle for you, something like the meritine soup that we've had before and showed you is a really good way of getting a little bit extra in. And then obviously if you can manage something like a small pudding, as you can see here, they're very small in size, they go in the microwave and they cook within a couple of minutes, so it's really quick and easy for you. So it's important to take your time when you're eating, you know, sit upright, take your time, allow your natural swallow. If you're struggling, it may be that you need extra sauces and gravies, and this can sometimes help from the texture point of view. You might also find that with taste changes, it's experimenting, having a look at different textures and seeing if there's a new food out there that you want to try. Remember to accept meal help if it's offered. Ask for small meals that you're able to freeze and take out when you don't feel like cooking. It will also give you a wide range of different foods in case you fancy something in particular. So there may be local companies or UK-wide companies that can deliver to your doorstep, and some are able to cater for specific dietary requirements too. So please look into this. Communicate with those around you. We often associate eating food with feeling well, so it's understandable that everyone who loves you feel they can help you in this way. But when you're not feeling up to eating and say no, this can cause worry on both parts. Please talk about how you're feeling. Tell them that you do not have the best appetite at the moment, and that by pushing food, even with their best intentions, it can feel a bit overwhelming. If you're supporting the person living with cancer, speak to them about food and listen to what they're saying. Explain to them that you want to help, but you need some guidance around this. Plan meals together on what you feel you can manage, and remember, it's okay to eat out as well. You can ask for smaller portions or extra gravy if you need it. Please keep sharing. If you're talking to somebody that's struggling with nutrition, show them this video. It will help to give them strategies to manage things. It will help them to live well and stay well.